Hello and welcome back to my YouTube. Walmart food prices are now exceedingly high, at the same time that Walmart is having issues with many major outlets underperforming, where they may need to close some stores due to the underperformance. So let's look into what is happening here. 90% of Americans are concerned about high food prices and inflation, according to a recent survey, and many customers are now realizing that they do not actually save as much money as they used to when they shop there for groceries. In fact, many food prices at Walmart have risen dramatically over the past year. Food inflation is hitting many Americans hard, especially those who are on fixed incomes or who have families to feed. In addition to inflation hitting with the soaring prices, many Americans are finding that they are having to cut back on more luxury items and instead buying less or less expensive options as they usually would. This in turn also hurts Walmart's bottom line, as people are not spending as much as they used to. Walmart has recently closed down some major retail locations, such as 2 stores in Portland, saying that the stores were underperforming. However, according to some local residents who did shop there on the regular, said it was a busy store, so speculation is that they closed those Walmarts due to possible high theft at those stores that they could not get under control, which in turn made those stores unprofitable, along with the other current issues of today, such as inflation. Walmart's reason for closures state that they were not meeting financial expectations. Walmart touts its everyday low price policy, but prices have significantly increased on milk, frozen meats, and Tide detergent, to name a few, as its suppliers battle soaring costs on everything from chemicals to wheat and fuel. There is a declining food output and supply chain concerns all around, as the price of basic commodities has been rising all over. Food inflation is almost impossible to prevent in these times, as there is only so much you can put off and cut back on to satisfy your food needs. Food prices rose 12.5% last year, the highest increase in 23 years. This inflation impacts other businesses, especially food businesses such as restaurants. Restaurants had to raise their prices significantly for basic food plates. It was necessary for restaurants to increase their price to offset their costs. Until just recently, eggs had increased in price by 120% for a box of 18 eggs. Chicken breasts, 30% increase. A gallon of milk, 150% increase. A sweet onion, 160% increase. Tomato sauce, 50% increase. 8-pack of Pepsi, 67% increase. Meat and fish, a 22% increase. Olive oil, 48% increase. Vegetables, a 29% increase. A shopping cart basket 2 years ago containing 34 basic items would have cost $153. That exact same basket of basic food items would cost approximately $186 today, a 21.5% increase. This hurts the bottom line of the consumer dramatically, as the shopper finds that they have to spend much more money for the exact same items of just a year or so ago. This means that they may have to buy less and forgo some of the items due to the rising cost of food. And this in return also hurts Walmart's bottom line, as shoppers are not buying as much as they used to before. One of the major issues here is that food manufacturers had experienced increased costs on their end, so they had to pass this increased cost on to Walmart, which in turn is passed on to the customer. The price of the raw materials needed to make cookies, soda, and chips, and in particular the packaging needed to make them, have increased substantially over the past year, and supply chain issues are getting worse with supply chain interruptions. Some of the supply chain interruptions have been caused by lack of skilled workforce, limitations on trucking and shipping, and shortages on a variety of foods ongoing from all the issues continued over from the pandemic. Walmart is warning major packaging goods makers that it can no longer stomach their price hikes, pitching its own private label products to shoppers as less expensive alternatives to suppliers' name brand goods. Walmart, the world's biggest retailer, which reports that any increases in prices, even by just a few cents, can have negative effects on consumers, prompting some shoppers to look for bargains at dollar store or warehouse chains such as Costco. For Walmart to stay in the game and have the upper hand, it may need to focus on its own brands, Great Value and Equate. These brands compete directly with big-name product lines in the United States. 43% of all purchases of store-brand packaged goods made online in the US were on Walmart.com, according to research firm Numerator, which measures transactions for the last quarter of 2022. Rising fuel and food costs are affecting how people spend, putting more pressure on consumer spending. For example, Walmart is losing some customers to budget stores such as the dollar store, where people on lower and fixed incomes are now shopping to try and cut back and save their pennies, including some middle-class people who are also feeling the sting of inflation. If this inflation keeps up, many Americans may have to miss out on some meals or incur credit card debt to be able to buy food. Neither are good options. These are difficult choices to make, and this may lead us into a year of horrible economic hardship for many people. Overall, Walmart food prices are dramatically more expensive for 2023, and more store closures may be coming if Walmart can't come to an agreement with food suppliers for better prices. American consumers are stressed. You can blame the persistently high prices seen throughout the economy right now. What will you be doing to get through these crazy food prices? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching my YouTube video. I hope you found some interesting points that will work for you, and if you found this helpful, please consider giving me a like, as that will really help me out, and subscribe for more content.